Hey guys, welcome again to OK Investing, my beautiful YouTube channel. So this is update number 10. Yes, I have just missed out a couple updates. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do. The world's #1 YouTuber here. So this video shows my general journey and how I've taken £0 to over £10,000 with only investing about 5k of my money. Short story, it's all Tesla. Tesla. Like, of course, you know it's Tesla. If you want to essentially see how I've doubled my money over the time frame of me investing, let's just jump right into it. So these monthly portfolio updates, I think I'm going to transition more into like overall channel updates. So there always will be a portfolio update month to month. There are some big announcements in this video which I'll explain later on. But yeah, I feel like it's just a good opportunity to kind of tell you more what's going on with my life. So what have I been up to? That's a very interesting question, and the answer to it is a lot. So I've been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of like monitoring current climate of things. Just being an investor, you know, one of the key skills that you should have is just seeing opportunity and maximizing that. I came to the decision that for the next year, I'm going to focus completely on my side businesses. So I'm not going to be looking for any kind of normal 9-to-5 jobs during the next year. I'm going to completely dedicate my time towards YouTube and my other side ventures that I'm going to explain in this video. So this is a worldwide exclusive unless you follow me on Instagram, which I highly recommend because you know you get really good content updates every now and again of like the current the current state of the financial environment and what I think about my personal investments, and you know, just having a good time. Anyway, I've actually started my own business. When I say started my own business, I've actually registered a company, so I'm officially a CEO. I'm gonna be one of those guys, CEO in my Instagram bio. Yeah, I'm that guy now. So what is it? Essentially it's a clothing brand. It's going to be centered around the general message that I spread on YouTube. So it's going to be like a financial clothing line. Like you see so many other YouTubers have all links to like their merchandise. I was like, I want to do that, but do it properly. No, I'm saying like, I want to do it properly. Who does this guy think he is? Yeah, I'm coming up here with my big PP energy. I want to do this properly. I incorporated a company. I've actually got trademarks for the logos, the designs, actually putting a lot of time and effort into this. I'm creating a website as we speak. I'll probably be showing like a blurred image here, just, you know, just to build up a little tiny bit of excitement. My goal with this channel, investing should be a cool thing. Investing should be like, you know what, that person knows what they're doing. Oh, look at that guy, he's an investor. Oh, look at that female, oh, she's investing. She handles her money. She doesn't just like throw her money on handbags and all that. She is saving for her future. You know what, that's a cool thing. It should look good. That is the first thing, clearly, and then after that, you know, just spread the message of financial literacy, you know, and that is as far as I'll go with that. So for you people that you actually know me in real life, or you know, you're close enough to me, if you want to support the thing, because some of the products are already available. The reason why I'm not going to do this with just everyone is because I don't want anything to be shown until it's all ready. I'm taking this really seriously. I want this to eventually become like a global brand, working really hard, and I don't think I'm really gonna have things ready until like a month or 2 months down the line to like properly show. Now if you do want to support me and you want to start buying some of the products, and you know me personally, like feel free to reach out, and you know, you will be supporting a black business, because you know, despite this channel banner being this Japanese cartoon guy, but I'm completely joking. Like when it comes to that kind of stuff, I am completely joking. Anyone wants to buy my stuff, it's because of the quality, know it's good, and they actually respect me and what I'm doing. They like the product, not just, oh, they're not just supporting me just because, you know what I mean? So that was just a stupid joke. But if you want to support a black business, holler at your boy. I'm such a douche. Another thing I really want to talk about that I've been working on is my Discord. Been heavily going into that, and I just want to say I am so proud of my investment community on Discord. Like, you know, our Discord is called Stock Movers. I really appreciate this community. Like, it's really good. Like, we really talk and we interact. We've been doing live streams of like certain events, or like Apple keynotes or Tesla stock earnings, and just kind of going over different things, like different people. Like, there's a lot of beginners that are asking questions, and then, you know, other people answer them, or if you have you just have a topic that you want to discuss, you know, it's a really nice to start to involve yourself in just this kind of community and have more people that kind of are knowledgeable about these types of things, or other people that are on your level. And again, another thing that I have in mind for this Discord is for nearly everyone in it to be content creators. You know, that they don't have to be, other content creators out there, because I know you guys look at my Instagram stories, you see it. So the investment doctor, dividend bloodhound investing, your spots in the Discord, they're waiting. Come join. A lot of people in my Discord can definitely gain from your knowledge, but we can all join each other's Discords. I don't think there's any kind of competition. It's like, I think we should all kind of work together, in that way, and just kind of better the community. So come on, man, join the Discords. If you got a Discord link and you want me to join yours, send it my way. I'm very interested. Okay, so now with all being said, let's jump into the meat and potatoes of this video. It's the actual portfolio update. So I've been really anticipating this specific update because I'm waiting for the dividend community to just completely turn against me. I've made some very drastic changes to my portfolio. One, because of what I said before, primarily focusing this entire year completely on side businesses. So obviously during this year my income will very much fluctuate. So I was thinking to myself, okay, is there any way for me to consolidate my portfolio to focus more on the better performing companies, and then in a year's time, if I decide to either continue YouTube because they're clearly paying off, or transitioning to a normal job, okay, what companies will be drastically different, have a good chance of being drastically different in a year, and what companies will relatively stay the same, and again, because my time horizon is 40 years, I'm going to be doing this investment pretty much my entire life. That investment lifestyle doesn't leave your bones, if you're doing it properly. Considering that this is only a year, if I sell out of certain companies to push into higher growth companies just to optimize my portfolio for this year, and then I buy back into those solid companies later on, it shouldn't make much of a difference while also optimizing my portfolio during this year. So that's technically what I've done. So just you dividend lovers out there, just be prepared to cry. It's gonna be a rough one, but we'll get through it together. So as you can see, I'm pretty proud of this. So my total portfolio value is at this current date is over £10,000, and I've generally returned over 44%. So I've nearly doubled my money. I've only kind of invested around 5k, just over 5k. Got about 3,880 pounds worth of capital gain. My dividend income's about £45. I think that's fairly accurate. And then my total return. And I also want to point out, this is a tiny bit more. I've also got £100 invested in free trade through Crowdcube, which is definitely a YouTube video I should make on. There's a lot of interesting stuff on Crowdcube. So let's go over the dividend snowflake. The portfolio snowflake. So as you can see, the dividend rating has drastically reduced. Press F in the comments. Okay, health is fairly good. Past is fairly good. Future, very good. So I'm focusing a lot more on just future growth and companies that have a good future relative to how they're showing today. And value, Simply Wall Street does not rate my portfolio's value, and you'll definitely see that later on. So now these are the only 8 holdings I have, and this is me hiding the liquidated ones. So I hold a lot of AMD, who are just doing so well, doing so well. If you haven't looked into the CEO of AMD, Lucy Su, if I remember correctly, just looking at she is doing just so many things. Really good CEO, really focused on actually turning AMD around from where they were to just really just crushing Intel. There's no other way to say it. Johnson & Johnson, of course, I couldn't let go of Johnson & Johnson. Like I said, it's like my child. They're doing so well, and that's one I just couldn't let go of. I don't, whatever my goals is, that's staying with me. So Walt Disney staying as well. And then Apria, I feel like there's a very good long growth potential for Apria. Mary Jane will eventually be legal in a lot more places than it currently is, and especially in the UK, where certain things are already starting to be prescribed to certain individuals with medical conditions, and I feel like that's the first step, and then it just kind of rolls along. And then it's realty income. who, it's a bit of a controversial choice at the moment, only because obviously they invest heavily into real estate with this current situation that's happening in the world. That's a bit sticky for some people to pay rent, but I feel like out of all the real estate investments, that they're one of the most solid. Beyond me, I don't really have that much money in them, but I think it's a long-term growth potential. I feel like that is definitely where the industry is going. Whether they specifically will be the ones leading that is debatable, because I think that industry is a lot more competitive than people realize, and the bigger players have a lot more power to jump into that properly should they wish. So Beyond Meat's moat per se, I don't think is that strong. Their product is good, but it's extremely expensive, and to start to reduce that, just that means a lot. They have to do so much to do that. So then I've still obviously got my Facebook, so I deleted my Facebook account a while ago. Thank you to my dear friend Chris K Photos. Facebook is a bit of a plague, but they make money, so I'm invested in them, and so that's doing well, and I think the growth of that is pretty well. And now the elephant in the room, or the freaking dinosaur in the room, like Tesla. So out of all the other companies that I used to hold, let me just show the liquidated. Some of these are actually free stocks that I got because I wanted this to be as accurate as possible. So I sold out of all those other companies and invested another stock into Tesla, close to all-time highs. And I know that will be okay, what are you doing? One, my cost basis of Tesla is already a lot lower. I'm not just going into ooh, Tesla, oh, this is really nice, oh, Elon Musk, oh. You look at what the company's actually doing. I see them meeting those goals. So that's why I'm so heavily invested in them, and I'm so confident in them to actually do it, because I kind of understand what the company's doing all based off what they're saying. And once they start to deviate from that, then I'll be like, okay, maybe I'll start to shift. Okay, so now news, volatility. Okay, so obviously since 80% of my portfolio, man, dividend investors, you're gonna be like, oh gosh, that's okay investing. No, it's pretty bad investing. God, what the hell is he doing? I've got over 80% in Tesla. So my volatility is pretty disgusting. Tesla has produced a lot more of my return than pretty much anyone else. This is my diversification by company. Look at that and weep. Again, for all the people currently looking at me like, you're freaking crazy, K. What is up with you? Why would you do this? Again, time horizon 40 years. I don't see this current portfolio in this current state of mind. This isn't my solid portfolio that I'll keep forever. We're young people and we're averaging in over a long period of time. We're not rich trust fund babies that just have a bunch of money just dump in and okay, that's our investment portfolio, and we leave it completely for however many years. Again, I jump on opportunity, so I'm like, okay, cool, I can afford Tesla right now, I can put money into it, this is what I'm doing. Over the years, I'll be building up the other companies, some of the ones that I sold out of, and some of the ones I already have, just kind of build it up. So my portfolio is a growing thing. My Tesla allocation will reduce over time as I put more money into other companies. I don't really plan to put even more money into Tesla. I think I've got enough at the moment. I'm satisfied. So although it may look crazy right now, it's with a long-term goal of then averaging into all these other ones. And I built up my Tesla. I'm maximizing this current opportunity because I feel like in a year's time, 5 years time, Tesla is going to be a lot more expensive than it is now. So rather than averaging in over time, which is generally the thing you do, and that's focusing on dividend companies, when it comes to growth companies, I think you very much, if the company is actually performing, you need to maximize the opportunity as soon as possible, because that's how you actually make money. And here you go, here's my PE. Yeah, look at that. My price based on earnings is 529. Wow, it's interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. Of course, now this is kind of this is literally a flip of the last time I did it. I swear my portfolio value was around this, and it was the fair value would be about over 10,000, and now it's literally flipped. So I've got a portfolio value of over 10,000, and It's saying that I'm ridiculously overvalued, and obviously that will come from Tesla. Again, this will come from people measuring based off of set metrics that have been used for normal companies. And you'd be like, oh, why would you use something different for, like, Tesla isn't special, why would you use something different? Again, I think time will tell. So loads of people will be looking at Tesla and be like, they're extremely overvalued, comparing them to other people's. It's like, for everyone that says Tesla is overvalued, I want you to do yourself a favor, and I don't mean this in a condescending way. Just spend 2 hours looking into what the company does compared to their competition. 2 hours. If you still think that, then fine. At least you would have learned something, and you possibly would get more of an understanding why certain people are investing into the company. And then I'll say during that 2 hours, spend some time looking into how Tesla has been reported on in the past and how it's being reported on now by the same individuals. You'll start to see a pattern. They've been consistently executing, and now I think people are just starting to realize, oh crap, they've been doing this, they've been doing that. They have so much potential, and I think that is a lot of what the price is. It's what they could be. It's not what they currently are. So I guess in that case, you could say that they are overvalued. Stock market is forward looking. You're looking at what a company would be most of the time, and again, if they start to deviate of that, then their stock price will drastically crash. But anyway, let's continue. Again, financial health, I think that is extremely important. I think this is better than my last portfolio update. So a lot less debt on average. Yeah, that's okay. Obviously prefer that to be a lot lower, but and now, here comes the tears. So I think I was earning about £100 in dividends per year before, and now it's reduced to 28. It's disgusting. I only get £28 in dividends now. Like I might as well just delete my YouTube channel. But no, all jokes aside, again, it depends on your mindset. And I remember a while back someone making a video on like dividend irrelevance theory, which I didn't like. I didn't like that video, and it came across really condescending and the guy was just generally a douchebag. I'm just sorry. The main point I think that I took from that, at the end of the day, it's long-term investing. Those dividends that you get that are rolling in, you're not going to spend anyway. It's not for you to use anytime soon. The main thing that you're focused on is building a stream of income. On growing your wealth. There's never one key way to do things. I think there's loads of different ways to do things. Like now, my general plan with my Tesla stock is once it reaches its goal of where I feel like it could be, I will then sell that into another cash producing asset. Either use it for a house, so I have like physical real estate, or transfer it into a dividend paying stock then, so now I have a massive amount of just money flowing in. So I'm turning money into other money, which is essentially what dividend investing is anyway, because you get the compounding of your dividends and you just reinvest them into companies, so you're turning your money into more money. I see it as the same thing. So I feel like personally you shoot yourself in the foot by focusing solely on dividend. Like a key example of that now is like, okay, AMD or Intel, and I think like a lot of the dividend community would have gone specifically for Intel. They're an established company, they actually pay a dividend, they've been doing all this kind of stuff, compared to AMD, who doesn't pay a dividend and they're growth stock. You kind of like, I feel like there's a bit of a growth stocks, gone to the dark side, growth. But it's like, at the end of the day, you want to make money. It doesn't matter. You want to make money, and you're not using that money right now. Stop looking at these companies like digits on your phone, either when you're chasing the dividend yield or whether you're looking at the growth. It doesn't matter. Look at what the actual company is doing, because if people focused on that, I think the clear winner in that scenario would have been AMD. AMD have been performing. Intel have been complacent and have been lagging for a long time. But anyway, that's this now. But now for this next segment, I just want to talk about, these people approached me, TheCarrotApp, and I feel like it's really cool. It's really interesting seeing people just, do more. And so they've created this dividend tracking app, and I just really want to show it to you guys. So importing my portfolio onto the app was pretty interesting. It's clear that they're still working on this, so there's a lot more that they need to do. And if the TheCarrotApp team are watching, I'm going to make a unlisted video kind of going over my personal nitpicks of what I think you guys can improve on, just to kind of make it a lot more user friendly and just like usable. But thank you guys so much for approaching me about this. And just for transparency, because I said I was going to be making a video on this app, they did graciously give me premium membership for about 3 months, I believe. And so this is the premium version, which I believe allows you to put a lot more onto this. Like, you know, Simply Wall Street, which I think is a very established dividend tracker, I always go for the free version, but then that is ridiculously priced. So if you guys could eventually make something like Simply Wall Street, but it's priced a lot cheaper, and to be fair, these guys' membership is like $4 a month. I don't think that's bad. I think it looks pretty cool. So now you show my overall equity, which is pretty cool, and I like how they show your general dividend yields, obviously directed to the dividend investing community. So show your portfolio yield, your next dividend payments, you know, and then it splits it up, annual, monthly income, daily income. So this is a brilliant way to kind of track how much money you're getting. It'll be pretty cool to kind of see graphs of this, you know. So if you guys could implement some kind of like graph system, just kind of show it growing over time. You can put stuff in your watch list. It shows you upcoming events, and it'll show you, so my next dividend payment is September the 8th. It'd be cool if it says who's that's from. Let's kind of look around here. Payouts. Oh, okay, so I guess it does. I guess this would be when they actually choose to pay. Search, alerts, transactions. Okay, so this is where you actually filter in like every single thing that you buy at what trading price. No, it's pretty intuitive. I'll say the search function is a bit shaky when you add stuff to your portfolio, but I'm sure that will be improved on over time. And it's just really nice to kind of have like a clean thing to kind of look at, because at the moment I use an Excel sheet to kind of do all of this. It's not the nicest, but having some kind of a really nice visual is really cool. So like, if you're interested on helping these guys out, remember I feel like they're just starting out, and they're going to eventually make something that definitely rivals Simply Wall Street. They just need kind of like more tips and more things that they can improve on. And again, to the Carrot team, I feel like a really cool thing that you could do, if you could find a way to kind of implement this into Discord. I have no idea what kind of development work that would take, but I think that would be really cool. So if you guys specifically want to join my Discord, which we have about 40 members now, you can just get a lot more feedback, you know, just message me on Instagram. I really like what you guys are doing. Keep on working at it and you guys will get there. Okay, so with that being said, I think I'm going to leave it there. Again, thank you so much to my beautiful patrons. You know, Rishabolts 27, Vanderpanda, you guys, keeping this channel alive, because now this is my full-time job. So again, if anyone feels like I provide any value and you want to check out my Patreon, support me, I would be so grateful. Look out for new videos coming up, and yeah, I can't wait to announce my company. You know, it's gonna be good. Okay, so I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.